Assalamu alaikum. This is a message for all the viewers of my channel, and it's a Wembley Central Masjid real channel for real Muslims. And we're going to read out recent banning letters were sent. Just going to show that still the Masjid, Wembley Central Masjid community, Muslim community is still here. And Brother Talat was sent a letter today. And he is going to now read out the response to the letter that he was sent by Mehboob, which effectively bans him from the premises of Wembley Central Masjid. Brother Talat, please.
Okay, so basically this is a letter that I think all of us have received. Ubaidullah, Rais, and who else? Somebody else received it as well.
Me.
You received it too. Okay.
I'm going to get it tomorrow. And Khalid as well.
Khalid as well. So we all received this. The same letter. It just basically says that, Dear Talats Riyaz, this letter serves you as official notification from Wembley Central Masjid Management Trustee that you are no longer authorized or have any license to attend or be anywhere and for any reason whatsoever within the premises of Wembley Central Masjid, 35 to 37 Ealing Road, Wembley, the masjid. You are receiving this notice because of your repeated breaches of the masjid's code of conduct by carrying out the following actions. 0 tolerance. Violent, aggressive or abusive behavior towards any committee member or employee will not be tolerated. No sleeping in the masjid or anywhere on the property or overnight stay within the WCM premises. No lectures, no public speaking, no announcement of any kind, no speeches, no use of PA systems. No personal or private activities permitted within the WCM premises. Copies of this notification have been sent to the Wembley Police Station, Brent Council and the legal representative of the trustees of the masjid. You are put on notice that you should attempt to should you attempt to attend the masjid then you will be considered a trespasser and will be reported to the police and a legal action to be taken against you. Yours sincerely, Management Trustees. Okay, so it's a very basic cut-and-paste letter that they've actually used from previously as well. And at this time, I think they've run out of funds, so they're now using the solicitors to write the letters. They're doing it themselves. Okay, so I sat down and I thought, okay, I need to respond to this because it can't go unnoticed. So I said, okay, dear Mehboob Bamani, what a hypocrite munafiq you are. This is how I started the letter. Yeah. Last night, 1 minute, you were talking to me in the forecourt of the masjid, asking me to write to you with a proposal of a way forward in finding a solution to resolve the ongoing dispute between you and the committee in order to get the masjid open again. And the next minute, you go upstairs in the office and send me a banning order. Bravo. Let me remind you that you have no power to ban anyone from the house of Allah, because if you did, you would not have taken 16 of us worshippers to the High Court to seek injunctions against us, which the court did not grant, but instead gave us a court order. None of us has breached that court order because if we had, you had any proof, you would have taken us back to the court already. Instead, we are going back to the court in March ourselves to get the court order rescinded. In Islam, preventing people from praying in the house of Allah and closing the place of worship is considered to be a major sin, for which, even if you escape punishment in this world, you would most definitely not escape it in the hereafter, akhirah. Therefore, my advice to you is to seek Allah's forgiveness, repent, and leave Wembley Masjid to the community and its worshippers who would manage and run it exactly how House of Allah should be managed. I'm sure you're aware that you and your colleagues, the so-called committee, are the most hated and loathed individuals within our community because of the very tyrannical, dictatorial, and arrogant way you conduct your masjid's affairs, our masjid's affairs. You treat this house of Allah as if it is your own property, and you could do whatever you like to it without any repercussion or consequences. You have, very cleverly, I might add, surrounded yourself with the yes men who do not question any of your decisions and just follow you blindly. The good people in your so-called committee who worked with you saw what you were really like firsthand, either resigned from their posts or you dismissed them with trumped-up allegations. Now the same people are with the community fighting for justice against you, i.e. Hifzur Rahman,
Yeah.
Aziz Islam,
Habib.
okay, and
Habib.
Habib,
Yeah.
Sohail is not here at the moment, but we have
Aziz.
Sohail also. Your modus operandi against anyone who does not obey your orders is to either make false allegation against them with the police or prosecute them using our masjid's funds that people had given for the poor and the needy of this world. How pathetic is that? How could you possibly call yourself a Muslim and yet close the masjid to prevent people from doing their daily prayers? Even the non-Muslims are inviting us to their place of worship to perform our prayers there. Do you not feel any shame? Can you not see that you will never have a complete control of this masjid, regardless how many people you threaten to ban, prosecute, or make false allegation against to the police? There is still time. There is still time for you to do the honorable thing by opening the masjid and taking your army of 5 people with you and resign. Do not worry about cleaning the masjid. We'll sanitize it after your departure. However, if the idea of resignation is too shameful for you, then let me remind you of the conversation you and I had last night regarding the wrongful closure of our masjid, and you asked me to write to you to confirm what we discussed as a way forward to getting our masjid opened. In your opening statement, you said to me, and I quote, "Why don't you ask your people to become members, and as you have the majority, you should win the election?" I asked you, when do you propose to hold the elections? And you replied, in March next year. And I replied by saying that the community cannot wait that long. I suggested that we should get an independent body to oversee the membership and election process, so as obviously your people cannot be trusted with this task, especially after the duplicitous attempt at holding the last election. I said you should make plans to hold the election in 1 month's time. You said it was impossible to hold the election in such a short notice, as there is a lot of work that goes into preparing for an election. I proposed that you could do it in 2 or 3 months' time, and that is when you asked me to write to you so that you could put this proposal to your committee. If you agree to hold the election within 3 months, and you give us this in writing, we would ask the community to revert to how the masjid was running prior to you punching Mustafa Noor in the face in an unprovoked attack. I sincerely hope that you will consider my proposal and not only open our masjid immediately for the people, but also make preparation for a prompt election. Yours sincerely, Talat Riyadh. Okay? So a copy of this has gone to Lynn Foster, who's she's not the inspector. She's not the inspector. I think she's the inspector of the area. Neil Talat and the Pratt, Councillor Butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charity, no?
Sorry.
And there's charity as well?
Charity, no.
No?
They didn't send it to charity.
Okay.
No need to send it to charity. So that's my response to them.
Yeah. Well done, ladies.
Anything else, like any of you guys want to add with regards to what's been happening the last 2 days? It's been a very stressful time for everyone.
It is, absolutely. I mean,
I don't think anyone slept since the events of last night because it was so, it was like a damp squid. They try to, what I personally felt is that they try to, get us all aside. I saw and this wasn't, I don't think it was anything to do with any particular brother. They had, for example, they had you on your own, then they had another sister on her own,
different times, yeah.
and then they had, and when with Mustafa, he's on now, we look back, and they were having multiple meetings with multiple people, just like, I was wondering, just what is this? And trying to they were acquiescing to our demands, so on and so forth. Let's try to please them. This morning, you're sending out banning letters. That really, it's a very Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde. 1 minute, you're a patient that's about to be discharged from a mental hospital, and the next minute you're back to your serial killer ways. This is what he needs to be checked for, maybe schizophrenia. This guy, they generally say that the traits of what do they call it, of schizophrenia. There's about 9 traits. I don't know how many traits he fulfills. Mehboob needs to definitely be checked for the traits of schizophrenia or possibly psychopath. There's 9 traits. So he needs to get checked out. It's a stellar effort on your part. It's a fantastic letter.
But see, I think that he feels that, oh, just get another 5-6 people banned, okay, and the masjid will go back to normal. And I said to him in the letter, masjid will never go back to normal.
No.
You'll never have control of the masjid. Even if you take all of us to court, there'll still be people left there who will fight you.
They have to leave the place.
Yeah.
All of them.
There's no, yeah.
Not
That's what that
all of them.
Army of 5. That's all we have. Army of 5.
What I see from them